Hello to YouTube, this is the Spoony Bard, and I probably look like kind of a mess right now because I haven't finished unpacking all my clothes, and I really need a shower. But I felt it was very important to let you guys know about this thing that I'm doing. So, UnderTrial, it's not gonna happen anymore. Like, I had a night of just thinking back on how the process was going to go, and just general foresight, and thinking about what it would require for me to actually get that done. And with my current status right now, financially, technically, socially, even just being myself, I cannot get it done. There are many reasons, so many reasons why I can't get it done now. Some of them more damning than others, but I'll go through the list. First of all, I'm the only person on the team. I'm doing the key animation, the in-betweens, the coloring, the editing, the compositing, and also sound design and voice acting, and and keep in mind I have to do this for thousands of frames. I have to draw potentially thousands of frames all by myself. This isn't even if I were in a team, I would be able to get this done. But that leads me to my next problem. I have no money. I can't pay artists, animators, voice actors, or sound designers to help me. I I do not have the funds to lessen the burden on myself. Um and the final review's runtime was was actually getting to be the length of a feature film, 90 minutes at least. At most, it could be 2 hours long. And I can say everything that I want to say about Undertale in the span of 10 minutes. So it'd just be over an hour. It'd just be nearly 2 hours of wasted time of saying what I could say in 10 minutes. And oh yeah, and there's also the matter of college. It's going to get harder for me. I had an easy fall quarter where I only had one class, and that was just because of a financial aid screw up. And now that things are going to get harder, and I need to have three classes for this quarter. I need to be able to dedicate more time to that. I need to I need to be able to succeed in college because I'm gonna need to. There's no way I can do all that and make forward progress on the animation at the same time. It's not even like I can just drop out of college and just work on the animation full time, because I'm also a painfully slow animator. It's and most of that has to do with procrastination. I have a very bad habit of that, and I'm and during during the span of a year, I've gotten that trailer done, as well as maybe five other cuts of animation. And I had been going through plans to try and speed up my process, but even with that thing, even with that, I was not really mentally in it anymore. I was, I was, didn't really want to work on it anymore. And plus, most people aren't even going to care about Undertale by the time the third anniversary rolls around. I mean, of course, the game will still have a community, and I will still be in that community because that's how much I love it. But but I think it's safe to say that there will be less people there, and even if I share it on the basis of here's a thing I worked really hard of, and I just want to share art with people. Half hour and a half long YouTube videos, unless they're from H Bomber Guy or Red Letter Media or whatever, somebody who's actually already made a video that long, it's unlikely it's gonna get any traction. And there's no guarantee that anybody's gonna watch it. I could have maybe 30 views on this video because of my subscriber base. And also, um, this review isn't entirely a review. It has like a narrative behind it, like involving the lawyers as characters, and also the main cast of the game also getting into their own dilemmas, which tie into ours. And you could probably see it as a mess. Like we like most of the critique, I think, is wrapped up in like an hour, and and then the rest of it is stuff related to specifically the characters, and and like and if you're a diehard Undertale fan, you might be really disappointed with some of the things we did, and like we got their personalities down, okay, but some of the characters' actions could be called into question. Most especially what we did with Asriel. You you'd probably not be very happy to hear how we handled him. And I think it definitely led to fine characterization and growth for him, but in terms of like what he does to initiate that, it's you would you would definitely it would definitely be understandable if you didn't like it. But yeah. Um it's also UnderTrial prevents me from like actually going to get a job. Like I have to like every single time I take on like a long task, I have to decide like, how much of my time away from animating is going to take. But I don't even spend time animating. I just spend time goofing off and watching Markiplier videos. So like I can't like pretend that I'm working on something very important that prevents me from getting a job, making money, going to see friends, hanging out with them, and also just like do nothing with my time. But like the most damning reason that I can't get it done is my computer. This thing sucks. I cannot render a video with this without it crashing. So, unless I sink hundreds of dollars into getting a new computer, I can't make this video. And yeah, I know it's like right around the Christmas season. Of course, I'm gonna get $100 worth of stuff, but I can't. I really I I really can't be guaranteed to be able to get all of the stuff for a new computer. Like even if I do get like a bunch of money from all of my relatives over Christmas, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get it. So yeah, this is just kind of how it is. Like I can't. These are all the reasons why I can't work on it, and it's really sad because a lot of really good people have helped me with it so far. I met plenty of great voice actors through this. Like that's like so far that's the only part that's been really completed is the voice acting. And the voice actors who I cast for the roles that I wasn't able to Seth MacFarlane my way through, uh, they honestly put on really good performances, and they're really emotional. I especially want to give props to the voice actors for Toriel, Chara, and Asriel. Like they all did really emotionally stunning performances that I'm so sad that I had to cancel the video they were a part of. But seriously, they were all really good voice actors. If I can, I will give you links to wherever they may be. But thankfully, like I don't see UnderTrial as just the death of a potentially great video. I I mean it might also be horrible, I don't know. But like I also see it as the birth of new possibilities for myself. Like I've been doing a lot of thinking for everybody but me. It's about time I started like doing some thinking for myself in recent years. So what this means is so like there's been plenty of benefits to like starting UnderTrial. Um, I think I've gotten better at drawing through this. Like, I used to draw the Dreamers with potato heads at the start, but then like I actually like constructed fully 3D 3-dimensional faces for them and like good proportions, stuff that can be considered to look good. And I'm really proud of myself for like taking that for taking those steps. And I've learned a little bit about animation, though not much, since I haven't been able to get that much of it done. I did get a couple of clips done that I'm especially proud of, but there's still they still need work in a few places. But I will take those lessons with me when I decide to do more animation in the future. Um, I learned about I learned more about Clip Studio Paint, a program that I've been wanting to move off of Sketchbook from, because like Sketchbook has a subscription payment service, and Clip Studio Paint is a one-time thing, and it has way more tools. So I'm hoping that by the time the next subscription payment rolls around, I'll be fully off of Sketchbook and won't have to use it anymore. Um, I've oh yeah, I actually like one of the first voice actors I met for this project was turned into one of my best friends. Like he played the prosecuting attorney in UnderTrial, and I got to talk with him and a bunch of stuff. Like I think I might have shared the story in like an animation stream of mine, but like he's become one of my best friends, and I'm really happy to know him because he's a friggin' swell guy. Uh, and he's also a really good voice actor as well. I've been able to fully articulate why Undertale is so special to me, so I won't get like all flustered when somebody complains about it. Like I was gonna go on a long tirade there. It's a good thing I stopped myself early, but also like I got the chance to flex my writing muscle a bit. So like I got to write a bunch of dialogue. I got to write a story, and like even though the story in retrospect is a bit of a mess, I think I wrote the dialogue of the characters and the scenes individually pretty well. Like I think, without giving too much away, the ending is very emotional, and I think I communicated that in a very good way. I also built up my storyboarding skills. Like I have like hundreds of pages of storyboards, and I think I did a good job of like giving good visual direction and stuff like that. Stuff that would be very interesting to see that I can't make anymore. It's unfortunate, but I mean that's the way it had to be. Um, and it's and also like now that it's not here anymore, like I can actually like fulfill requests for people, and I can actually meet new people. Like like I've met new people since I started working on Undertrial, of course. Uh, in the Undertale artists community, and like in between like goofing off on Undertrial, I just decided to like draw them some pieces of fan art and like reach out to them and talk to them, and now I'm friends with two of them, and I've also gotten my name out there in a couple of other places. So like that is really that I feel is what I really should be doing, connecting with people and like and like I don't and it'll be healthy for me to be free of the excuse of I have to work on this giant animation. So yeah, it's this is really it's really sad to see it go, but it's really one of the best decisions I think I've ever made, because it's gonna free me up of a lot of pain and suffering going into 2018, and there has been so much of that in 2016 and 2017. And I mean, it hasn't been because of Undertrial, because I barely worked on it, but going into 2018, I imagine that it would cause me pain and suffering, and I don't want that. I know you guys don't want that. So yeah, I figured this is as good a time as any to just cancel the project. But I mean, like, I will absolutely take the lessons that I've learned from making this with me. You know, I'll do, because like I have had other ideas for like animations and stuff, and I'm gonna direct them better. I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna try and sharpen my animating skills. You know, I'm just gonna like take all the mistakes I made here, and including like my procrastination habit. That one has been my worst, and like try and put that behind me with the project, and do better with future ones. Now, I don't think it's likely that it's not very likely that those projects are going to appear here because of the friggin' editing thing. And the only reason I'm able to get this video to you is because I can just record it raw without editing stuff, or without adding stuff rather. But yeah, I'm I'm really sorry it had to come to this, but it's really for the better for me. And so yeah, that's, I don't know, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say on the subject. So all I can say is thank you guys for supporting me with this, even though it was a terribly stupid idea. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.